Okay, here I am in my basement again. I think all my videos from now on just start in the basement, and then I'll cut away to whatever else I'm doing a video on. This channel's just kind of going where the comments take it at this point. I don't really have a theme or a direction. I just figure there's enough comments. I can make tons of videos just on the comments. So today I'm going to talk about my wiring runs, because that's probably the most comments I've gotten was about the wiring runs, and some people are like, oh, nice wiring job. And I think the people who said nice wiring job were specifically talking about inside the rack, the color coordination. In case you missed any of my other videos, I tried to, not that I have I do have a ton of stuff, but inside the rack I kind of coordinated it by color, except for the fiber. The fiber is just whatever was for the fiber. All the purple is security camera stuff. All the black is end devices, smart TVs, computers, desktops, stuff like that. Green is network devices. APs, the cloud key is green, and then what else? Nothing else. APs and cloud key, really. Access point and cloud keys. The white, I did try to keep the white cables. The two white cables are 10 gig devices, so those are 10 gig network devices. You can see they're white there. And then the fiber is just the fiber. The orange is all just short patch cables, and then the aqua green there, those are usually longer run cables. That one's the 330-foot one out to the yard, and that one's the 100-foot, I guess, something like that, 98-foot, 100-meter cable that goes up to the second floor. So I tried to keep this a little bit organized, and then, people are like, oh, cable runs are horrible. Yeah, okay. They're not the best, but I am not an IT professional. Okay, let's get that out of the way right away. What I do facilities. I do facilities maintenance, contract facilities maintenance. I dabble a little in IT. I think I mentioned another security camera, another video that I have dabbled in for a year professionally. I installed security systems and security cameras, closed circuit TV stuff, the old stuff, the 24-volt coax, stuff like that. So the wire runs. The wire runs are all up here, right? I have three really probably routes through the basement. One goes out that way to the garage and everything on that side of the garage. One goes over that way to the front door, the front office, or the office area, and then outside. And then one goes that way. That goes up to my living room television set, and then outside to the stuff that's outside. So really I tried to keep them in those three runs. Everything kind of comes off those three runs. Honestly, I know people make comments, and actually all the comments were very respectful. Nobody really shit on me about anything. It was like, yeah, they're not the greatest cable runs. Honestly, I don't know how many IT professionals are watching these videos, or how many guys do IT, but in reality, if you've poked your head in a drop ceiling in a 20-year-old building, because I have, and have seen what IT professionals pull for cable runs, these runs look like the hand of God did them. All right. Now, for an electrician, to my standard, really, I agree with most people, they're not the best. In my house, I never buy a mechanic's car, kind of thing. Typically these were rush jobs. I was like, oh, I need another run over here. I need another run over here. As I moved into the house, my wife and I found, I needed cable runs to different sections of the house. I mentioned the living room. There were no Ethernet cables to any room in the house. None. Zero. So as we moved in, as we started to put furniture in rooms, and we moved from a 1,500, 1,200 square foot condo to a close to 3,000 square foot, I guess, a house, you know, so not every room was occupied, not every room was furnished as we started to do those things, and I needed more cable runs here and there. They wound up getting pulled when the COVID-19 stuff happened and my wife started working from home. Both of us started working from home. I pulled extra cables up to the office because we were both working from home at that point. There was a spare, we had a spare computer up there. She's home most of the day, so there's a, you know, the security monitors, she can see those from upstairs. So, you know, it was add on, and it was, oh, by the way, by Sunday, Monday morning, can I have another monitor in the office, or another computer in the office? So these were kind of done that way. It was like, oh, okay, I'll run it real quick. I'll deal with cable management and securing things later. Well, you know, later never comes. And if you've been in a building where IT professionals pull wires, horrible. I have seen firsthand a Ethernet cable strung through the handle of a steam valve. So you actually had, like, went through the handle of the steam valve. You had to cut the wire in order to screw the handle on the valve. So again, these cable runs, compared to some of the things I've seen in Boston, in 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 50-year-old buildings, these cable runs are spectacular. So what I did is, I didn't talk about this in a lot of detail. As I mentioned, there's three distinct kind of trunks going across. Everything comes in obviously right here. You know, this all comes in at the top. The fiber, everything comes in. Like I said, one run goes that way. All these cables go out, and they go out to the garage and the front of the house where there's some cameras and some access points. These cables, these all go. I'm not showing. These cables here, these all go out to either the attic or the front door, and then all of these cables here, they go to the living room or outside to the buried conduit that goes out to the fence conduit. Talk about fence conduit too, because there were some comments about that, but that's probably going to be a different video. So again, what I did was I really, I just ran the wires and stuck them up here with the, with the hammered in. I don't like these. I'm gonna actually change these out to the ones with the hole in it. So I'm gonna put a screw in and then zip tie them. And I'm probably gonna zip tie them all in a bundle because these actually do pull out. I don't like these nailed in ones. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. And then, there's the fiber that goes outside. That goes out to the speakers in the patio. There's a camera and some speakers out on the patio. And then, like I mentioned, this ridiculousness goes up to the attic. I think I mentioned in another video, I was lucky enough to find it. Oh, look at that. You can see light through there. That goes into the hallway. I had to cut some holes in the wall in order to get that up through there. But that goes all the way up. That's a common wall. It goes all the way up to the attic. And then let's see. These come across. This comes across here. There's a camera there. That just shoots the thing. And then these ones go up to the office. So yeah, and then there's some that goes outside. And you know what? I'll go upstairs and I'll talk about the how I manage the cables, how I hide the cables without going like up walls and stuff, because nobody wants to go up walls in their house. You don't want, what do they call it? Wire chase or wire duct on your wall. That's not something you want in your home. So I try to hide things as best I can through closets and stuff like that. I try to find a common thing. So I'll go through how I run those as well in this video. But like I said, again, this is there's an access. So there's an access point on every floor, right? One in the basement, one on the first floor, one on the second floor, and then one on each side of the house outside. And then all these wires here, they go up over there, and then they go into the garage. And then the wires in the garage, are just pinned to the wall because I don't really care about the garage. too much. But all the other wires, I found either closets to go through so you don't even see them, or that common wall that goes up to the second floor. And then in the second floor, I actually did put them in the wall because I was able to go in the attic. I was able to find the top plate of the walls in the attic and then drill a hole and shove them down through the stud cavities. So those actually worked out pretty well. I like the way those came out. So I'll go upstairs and I'll show you how I snake these things through the wall to the attic, and then how I snaked them through the closets to get to where I wanted to get to. And the one in the office, which don't judge me. The one in the office, that was the whole COVID-19. We need computers in the office. My wife's working from home, so those I just drilled a hole through the wall and shoved it through the wall. At some point I'll patch that up and put a old work box with a Cat6 RJ45 connection there. But I will show you what I did. Not proud of it, but it works, and I made it happen, and it's kind of hidden, so nobody really notices it. But I will show you behind the curtain, and get criticized for it, I'm sure. So anyway, let's do that. So let's talk about the run out to the garage first. So we'll look at that real quick. This goes out. All these wires here. All these wires here go to that garage. So I was able to find in my garage, I have that line right there as a water spigot hose connection inside my garage. So I was able to locate that, and then I just came alongside of that. So I knew where that pipe was. I knew where it came out. I went alongside of it and blew a hole through the sill plate. I don't know if that's the sill plate, the something joist, rim joist. Blew a hole through the rim joist, and then came in to the attic, came into the basement from the garage. So I'll run up to the garage and show you that. So in the garage, there's that. This is the water spigot, and then that's where I put the hole in to bring all the cables up for everything that runs in the garage. This is, I think, maybe 2 cameras, an access point, and 2 more cameras over there. I don't know what's over there now, but yeah. So in the garage, I didn't care about the wires being shown in the garage, so I just pinned them along the wall, ran them, along that ledge right there. Right, and then where I needed to go outside, I just literally, came up and just put holes in the wall, put holes right through the wall, out into the through the siding, and then hung it out. So that one's a camera, and the top one's an access point for the front yard, which I showed in another video. And then inside the garage, there's the wires run this way as well, so they go up along the door. There's one for the garage, and then I think that goes out to another camera for the back door. So that's how I did the garage. All right, let's talk about this run that goes up to the attic, and I'll show you how I did this. Actually, you see there's a I don't know if that shows up on camera, but that's a fishing line that goes all the way up through there. So let's talk about that real quick. As you see, the basement is not finished. Somebody asked me too about finishing the basement. Yeah, ultimately the basement will wind up getting finished. All this crap will get out of here. We'll finish off the basement, probably, I don't know, maybe put a drop ceiling in. I don't like drop ceilings, so maybe a hard ceiling with some access cut into it or something. But yeah, then all this will be hidden, and then nobody can say anything about the wiring job I did. But in the meantime, this stairwell is sort of finished. It's got like this weird skim coat craziness on it. I'm not a big fan of, but it's already there. So I had to cut some holes in this. I'll show you. See, right here. Look at this fancy little hole. And so actually you can see there's some wires right there. So yeah, I had to punch holes in this. I wasn't too worried about this because this is kind of an unfinished area in the house, and at some point when I do finish it, I'll patch these holes and try to match this weird skim coat, or just redo all the sheetrock. Prefer not to redo all the sheetrock, but anyway, there's another hole there. You can see the wires going up, and I had to do that because there's another hole there. That hole is for the access point, which is around this door. So we'll go around the door, and I'll show you that. So those wires behind that wall come right here with an access point and a dome camera. Behind that access point is actually a fairly large hole, and I did a pretty large hole there because I needed to be able to continually snake the wire up into the upstairs bathroom. And then I found a spot where the pipes came up through for the sink, and I was able to follow them up. I'll show you that. But the other thing is I had one of those Ryobi like borescopes. You can get them at Home Depot. I think I got it at Home Depot. You know, it's a borescope. You stick it up in there and you can like look down, look up. I'll try to put a picture of it or a sample of it in the video here. But anyway, I used the borescope, and that helped me figure out where the wire was going up through. So we'll go up to the bathroom. I'll show you that. Upstairs bathroom. So bunch of junk in here probably. Yeah, everybody's gonna beat me up for this, but that's okay. It's how I did it, and it was done quickly, and I should protect it better, I know. So if you see here, that's the wires that come up. That's the fiber, and then that's a 10 gig, and another one that actually goes back down. Actually, that goes downstairs to the front door. But yeah, I found this pipe, and I drilled some holes there, and I was able to get the thing down there and snake it through. And then I actually found in the attic, which I guess we can go in the attic, I found the vent for this in the attic. So I knew where the vent was upstairs, so I blew a hole over here. I blew a hole in the thing. I'll see there's the, there's the fishing string, so I can pull fishing line, so I can keep pulling wires up through there if I have to. So anyway, I was able to find where that came through, drilled a hole, put the borescope in, found this, blew this out, and then I was able to drop a line down here and grab it, and then feed the wires up through that way. So yeah, we'll go, and I put this doodad there for now just to protect it so nobody jams stuff all the way back there. I assume everybody's under their bathroom sinks look like that. I guess probably. So actually, let's go ahead and go into the attic. So, attic. Again, I'm kind of lucky because I have a full basement and a full attic, so it really helps to get things up through here. Yeah, so right here, right there's that vent pipe. So I knew that right next to the vent pipe, I'd be able to run the wires. So that's them coming up. They come up here. There's the fiber. They go over there, then go down to the switch that's in the master bedroom closet, and then stuff comes out of that switch going every which way. Yeah, some wires going over there. And then these wires come back across here. And then they go to, this one goes out to a camera that's in the eave. This one, these two go out to the guest bedroom. So there's 2 lines in the guest bedroom for Smart TV and a computer. And then this one is a wireless access point that's right down below us. And then this is the new one I ran, this white one here. This one goes to, that goes down to the 10 gigabyte switch, gigabit switch. And that goes to the second spare bedroom that is actually now my office for when I'm working at home. Since my wife works from home all the time now, thanks to a pandemic. Who saw that coming? Anyway, and then I was able to, I should have brought my flashlight, I keep forgetting this stuff. I was able to actually find the wall. Can't see down in there, but I was able to find the top cap of the wall, and I measured from the opening for the attic. I measured across this way to that spot, drilled a hole, found it on the first try, put the wire down there, cut a hole in for a new work box, or an old work box, and I was able to smash my head. I know it. I was able to find that wire and rig it up, and so that worked well. So having this run down to the basement is like unbelievable. I was so surprised when I was able to find that, run that all the way up through the house up here, and then out to the other switch, and then that switch comes back into the attic, and then it goes out to all the other connection points. So that's how I did my wiring. And I know it should all be shielded probably, but for the umpteenth time, not an old house, built 2005, which oddly enough, 2005, they never ran any Ethernet cable. So anyway, it was an old house, or a pre-built house. I didn't have, did everything I could to sneak the wires everywhere I could. And like I said, most of it was, oh, I need another connection here. I need another connection there. And it was just, get it up, get it working. I'll deal with either hiding them or shielding them or protecting them at another time. That time hasn't come yet. Probably will. As far as the attic goes, maybe at some point I wrap one of those corrugated lines around the fiber so it doesn't get smashed or whatever. But that's the way it is right now. So that's it. That's my wiring. Thanks for watching.